So I wanted to talk about the movie Downfall, the case against Boeing. It was done by Ron Howard and Glazer. They're both pretty good, and it's hard to make. It was 90 minutes long, and it's hard to do something about this with the emotion of a motion picture. But they did a pretty good job. I thought the first 25 minutes was their best. They went over the two planes that essentially fell out of the sky and tried to explain when it happened, how it happened. They brought up the MCAS, which was essentially why, and they brought up the numbers of passengers in both of the flights. And so I thought they did a very good job explaining that. Then for a while, it went a little boring and a little, I guess just giving some needed information. And then in the latter half, they talked about the influence of Boeing in the corporate world, how much influence they had, and why they didn't give any information to Senator DeFazio when he was asking for information so he could do some investigating. And they pretty much stonewalled him and then gave him redacted documents finally and just gave him the runaround. They're so powerful, Boeing is, that they can do this, they can get away with it. And no one really has the wherewithal to do anything about it. So let me just give you some details that I wrote down. The first one was in the 737 MAX. 189 passengers went down in that. The pilot was Dumeva, very good pilot, who was then maligned, saying it was his fault when it wasn't. And the second one was 157 passengers going down in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, in March 20, about 3 months after the first one. And to me, both of these shouldn't have happened if there was proper legislation and proper ability to investigate the plane's wherewithal to fly. But of course they don't do this, and so everyone's at the mercy of the capitalist system. To me, they don't come out and really say that, but to me, everyone's being held hostage to the capitalist system. That's just my take on it. But I thought this movie did a pretty good job trying to touch bases on all these different things. I must confess that in the latter half, it was a little boring. And then, of course, at the end, they give you some needed words on what happened and how the case went. I must say, I am very dismayed at all that has taken place in this. No one went to jail. No one did any time. They just had the stock price take a bit of a hit. But this will leave you very angry. I will say that. So I'll leave it there. Downfall, the case against Boeing.